All right, we're back with another episode of the Sad Powers podcast. First time with 3 guests. What's up, everybody?
Hey, Sam, how you doing, buddy?
Good. Thanks for doing this. Appreciate it. All orchestrated by Ryan Sim. Is this a Simmer Down number 2?
Simmer down. Are you ready to rock?
Oh my God, dude, are you gonna do some AC/DC impressions for us?
No.
Whoa. Mine
It's
doesn't
just
work.
in his range. There's no talent there. It's within his natural range to be able to make that noise with his lungs and his vocal cords.
But it brings people happiness. So
It totally does.
I can also do another impression. Tell me who this is. Frank, I'm not going to clean up all the rats.
I don't know, but it's funny.
Charlie Day, baby. Charlie Day.
So, Sab, since I hijacked it, I'd like to introduce everyone. This is, to the bottom, Mr. Justin Gayle out of London, Ontario, everybody. Wave, Justin. Okay, that's too long.
You know
For
that
me,
the
he's
squares
not
are, like,
in.
switched
Yeah,
around, right?
he's
You know
below
that, right?
me for my screen.
Yeah.
Okay, where am I on your screen?
You're to the left of me. And then
I think
Mike's
all
to the-
positions you should just stop. You shouldn't acknowledge it because it's going to be different.
Okay, so
Yeah.
right here is
That's
Mr. Michael Payne from Toronto. Michael Payne, everybody. So Sab, are you over here to you? Because you're recording.
No,
Is
I'm
that
the
you?
other way. For you,
Okay.
yeah.
And right here is the Sad Powers podcast. Cue that music. It's the Sad Power podcast. What a mighty fine dude. When you listen, you'll have a blast. Even if it gets so rude. It's the Sad Power podcast. What a mighty fine show. It's the Sad Power podcast. Sit back and let's go. It's the Sad Power podcast. Dun-dun-dun. This episode's called Simmer
And then you
Down.
can edit in.
Yeah.
Are you working out your forearms like to get better at AMD jerking? Like to jerk off with either hand?
Yeah, you've noticed.
I'm talking to Mike Payne. I'm showing that. I'm seeing that form.
Yeah. I think that's for grip.
Oh, yo, this will be the first podcast published. Check it out. This is my new empty home that Mike Payne painted for me.
Yeah.
Oh,
wow.
damn.
Still looks good. Since
Is that a
Ryan
basement?
Sim, would you be able to find your own house just by what's out the window? Which is crazy.
Yep.
Map
Yeah,
questing.
okay.
Oh my god. Yeah.
So the real guests are these two, wherever they are.
Again, yeah, not where I am.
I just tend to agree to do these podcasts and then just invite people because
No, it's dope.
yeah, dope or asshole-ish. We haven't figured it out yet.
But yeah, you
Is that
and
culture?
Mike have your own podcast. You guys still doing that?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
yeah.
are. We did one yesterday. We've got a new one coming out this week, I think.
We do. We are.
I just put pressure on Ryan right there because he edits them. So
So, so we'll get that out of the way. Our podcast,
Ginger.
Gingerbread Beards.
Yeah.
Mike
So
Mike looks like Ryan if you guys were Pokemon and you evolved. Ryan's
No, I
like
think he's more
Charmander and
evolved.
Mike's
He has
Charizard.
melanin.
Melanin. Yeah, well, wherever it is, it goes Mike, Ryan, Justin. In the because Justin's got a red beard too. Sab, get out.
I can
So,
be
yeah.
Ash, catch him.
So yeah,
If this was a game of Guess Who Sab would be the easiest if someone just said, like, do you have a beard? You're like, ah,
Yeah,
damn it.
Yeah.
They'd be like,
Are you
we're-
ginger? Yeah.
yeah, we're looking for
Sam
a
would
guy.
just be the murderer in Clue,
Yeah.
like always.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it's the redhead with glasses. He was the worst one in the or like the black old man. You're just like, is he black? Yep. Is he old? Yep. Is he Ted? You're like, dance.
Wait.
I
so-
don't think his name's Ted. I don't know what his name was.
So are you saying you're a love child from Clue? Anyway, Sab, go ahead. It's your podcast. Remember last time I took over?
No, I like it when you take over. It's easy for me. I don't have anything planned. I planned on you taking over. So
What are
far
you?
it's going great.
My wife.
Oh my god, Jesus!
You
Luckily this time I'm recording before you fucking edited out all the parts about you wearing skin suits and shit, and now I can leave all this in, which is good.
How are you this immature and you own a house now?
Into
How's
I bet it would take.
I'm editing this out. I'm gonna timestamp
People want
it.
to know.
We're 5 minutes in. They might pull us from YouTube because of that.
Yeah.
That's hilarious, man.
Wait, so are there like rules? Can I can't swear? Is that like one of them?
No, you can
No,
swear.
Cool.
You can
Okay.
swear, but you can't talk about your support for the police. You can't tell us your
Oh,
pin.
you have no worry of that. Don't worry.
Okay. You can't tell us your Bitcoin password. So what we'll
Right.
do is just give us your Bitcoin password to prove it'll be taken down. Go ahead.
Okay. Hold on. Let me look at Wait a second. If you just keep trying that might work one time. And all you need to do is work it one time.
Well, did you guys hear the Twitter's? I don't want to tell you what this was for. Did you know that Twitter just had their biggest hack ever? I think it was like 100 and I want to say more than 150 accounts was hacked, and they said they had like a Bitcoin address to like, and it was like Joe Biden, Barack Obama official accounts are like, send me $1,000 and I'll send you 2,000 back.
Yeah,
So-
it was like Bill Gates and Elon Musk and everybody that was even talking about it, which kind of sucks because they didn't scam off of them. They scammed off everybody that was a fan of theirs that happened to have $1,000 worth of Bitcoin.
I do find this politically funny because if this had been sent out to Trump supporting people and they said it, they'd be like, look how stupid his base is, and they sent it to the left and it still happened. So it proves to me that everyone's dumb.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people are dumb.
Yeah.
And that you can spread that over the whole toast. You got enough peanut butter to spread over the whole toast. There's a lot of dummies everywhere.
That's what I meant. It doesn't matter what side of the spectrum politically you are. There's always going to be dum-dums. For instance, I don't know what political spectrum they were, but today I was walking my son in a park and I had to leave because all these people showed up and started going on a microphone and it said like free hugs, free hugs. I'm like, oh, fuck, is that today?
Oh,
They
hugs for masks. Guys?
Yeah, they were going bareback. There were no masks, and they were like hugs and
Bareback.
Bareback.
That's hilarious.
Well, okay. Here's the thing. You don't have to wonder what political spectrum. Most people aren't thinking of these things politically, and especially if you're that crazy. You're just off. You're not left or right. You're like up into the stratosphere of weirdness. And especially if you're going around trying to give hugs at this insane time in the world.
Mm-hmm.
But I heard someone told to me, and it makes it kind of works really well. Is you got to think of the masks like condoms in the 80s, like when they're trying to get people to use condoms. You could scare them and say, oh, look at these idiots not wearing condoms. But that didn't work. The way that it got people to work was just hand them out. Have condoms everywhere. And it's for free, and, you're at a party, and, oh, maybe that's promoting, whatever. But, it helped bring it down and make it not as as scary or whatever. And I think if you just have masks everywhere, I was at the mall and I forgot my mask and I felt like, oh no, people are gonna look at me, whatever. But they just had a free mask, and so there wasn't a problem anymore. I threw one on and it was fine.
The only problem is that they politicized it, right?
Exactly,
So
yeah. But they did that with condoms
anytime
too.
you push people towards something, there's going to be resistance. It doesn't matter what happens. It's a basic human nature fundamental thing, you know?
Well, it's the push, not the pull. The push, like that's exactly why condoms is a perfect example. Condoms were completely political, right? Think of the Christian right. Think of like what they thought of condoms, right? It's so if you're scaring people to use condoms or you're saying like this bad things will happen, it doesn't necessarily help. What they found is like just making it accessible and saying if you want, make sure you're smart about it. But here it is, so you don't have to, feel bad if you don't have it. It makes it, at the end of the day, after a while, that the AIDS isn't a thing anymore, right?
I feel like there's a difference between the homemade masks too, and then there's the M93 or whatever they're called,
right?
Masks. I think there's a pretty big difference there. Go back to your same reference of people when condoms were first introduced. It's like, you know what? Condoms. I tried it at home. I put my dick in the end of a pillowcase and came into my wife, and you know what? Now I have 2 other kids.
It doesn't work. No, okay. These condoms, these homemade condoms. One was made out of a knitting yarn, and the government said I had to wear this condom.
If you
one was just whispered by a ghost upon my tip,
Hey, Mike, our ancestors used to fucking sheep stomach.
Yeah,
they would wrap haggis lining around their dick.
Apparently that worked. It was just really gross.
Yeah, I know.
70%, I think it was pretty high.
But you know what? It's hard to get a goat pregnant, so it's fine.
Mm. And boy, you guys tried, man.
Sorry, a sheep.
That's why Ryan's short.
Yeah.
Success.
He's looking more and more like a billy goat every time I see him.
Hey. But I had no idea that the Christian right believe that condoms don't feel good because that makes me Christian. No. Because Jesus Christ. I used to go get my condoms at the Burlington Health Clinic because they were free, but they told me to stop coming so much. Not literally.
Hopefully not literally, yeah.
Because I would just go in and I would because there was never any appointments, I'd be like, I have a slight cough. Do you think you could give me a prescription for and they're like, Ryan, are you just using us as a doctor's office? I'm like, yeah, pretty much. They're like, next time you're here, go outside in the waiting room, look around and tell us if you think you should be there. And I realized I was going to the rapid HIV clinic. So there was people scratching their necks, people looking really scared, people with needle marks. And then there's me sitting there, my feet are dangling because I'm so short. And I'm just checking my Twitter, waiting for her to go get my goodie bag of condoms.
Were you using all these condoms? Why'd you have to go back there so often?
Did they give you a stepladder with the condoms?
Yeah, I actually have it right here. I will show you. But no, she told me that I need to get a family doctor because one time I went in to get I got the HPV shots just because I was reading the pamphlets waiting for condoms all the time. So I got the shot, and they make you wait in the waiting room for 30 minutes, and they won't let you leave. And I realized every other person that's there is there because they're worried they have something. And I'm just sitting there playing online poker, and she checks up on me every 10 minutes, and she's like, how you feeling? I'm like, and everybody around me was like, and she pulled me aside. She's like, listen, you got to stop coming here.
That's wild.
The HPV vaccine, I got it in my 30s, and they're like, well, why are you getting it? I'm like, I really don't think telling someone not to get it because they're over 18. I think they're worried you've already been exposed to it, but
no, apparently bullshit. It only works on younger people.
No, that's bullshit. They
no,
just
it's not that.
they
It's just that they want to get it before you start fucking.
Yeah.
They want to
too late.
exactly. Well, for some people, 30s is too late. For some people, 30s is not too late. But yeah, they want to get it. They want to make sure that the ladies don't get it before the men start spreading it around.
Well, so if you ask Michael Douglas, it's not just ladies that can get it. He's got the old scratch throat, from Catherine Zeta-Jones, and I mean it's worth it. But they're
I don't know if it's Catherine Zeta-Jones. It might be a plethora of other cats he was nibbling on.
Well, I mean, she definitely has it now, though.
But they're saying that it shows up in women, within a couple of years. If they're susceptible, they can scrape it, whatever, and they go. And then the body can get rid of it if it's found sooner. With men, they're finding, and this is going to affect all of us here who's had unprotected sex. So I know at least 2 of us have. We're going to find out that there's
Why
going
do
to
you know that for a fact?
I got a kid, so it happened one time, and it was.
Oh, well, I was just saying because Mike and I were hanging out. But okay, Justin.
Mine's adopted. I don't know if you guys. Yeah.
It's gonna penile cancer and throat cancer from HPV is gonna be showing up later down the road. So you can see Michael Douglas is in his hundreds, whatever he is, but like he's old, Actually, he's dead.
PP cancer for real?
PP cancer can happen. It's very rare. Don't Google it. It looks disgusting. It looks. Cut this out too. Don't Google.
I'm not cutting
cancer.
anything out. I don't cut shit out of the Sound Powers podcast.
It should be called cock cancer, right? Like it just sounds.
The double C.
I know.
Cock cancer.
The guy's got the double C. Women got double D's. Guys got double D's. Yeah.
He was running after double D's, didn't put a Jimmy on, and now he's got double C's. Damn it!
He did it himself.
Hey, Sab, remember it's your podcast? You should ask us something.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So everyone here is a comedian, right? Justin, do you do comedy?
Yeah.
Have you guys done any comedy since coronavirus? I know Ryan has, right?
Yeah, I'm doing something soon.
Mike you didn't do it yet, or?
Yeah. Mike and I did it. I bombed. He did pretty good.
Yeah, I did actually.
Oh, I saw the pictures.
Well. What was it like?
You guys are hanging out of like a windowsill to the audience like you're Mussolini.
It's really odd. It's very odd in that way, and there's no spotlight, so that'd be the one thing.
Yeah,
really.
And you have to stand 2 meters back from the window, or else they yell at you. So you're literally in.
Kind of broke that rule.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's great. Why? Why do you have to stand inside?
Because people don't want to wear the jimmies on their face.
Oh, face jimmies. I like that. That can work, man.
Hey,
what would a face jimmy be called? Like a Mandy? Like what would you call it?
A Karen.
Karen. Oh.
But Justin and I were supposed to have been finishing up a tour now.
Yeah.
But that got kiboshed.
It was,
Canada tour?
Done, yeah. A whole of western southern Ontario
like
breweries.
a region tour?
Yeah. I wanted to keep it to 2 regions. Spread my wings for a whole 2 regions. But
I was excited to be on the show, and now in retrospect, given the political climate, maybe we could have rebranded the name.
Well, it was gonna be because it was about me. I was doing this as my first tour, and maybe I can. I was hoping I had about 45 minutes. I was thinking maybe if I could get up to an hour or something like that, maybe I can, or even pare it down to a 30-minute audio kind of special. But I called it the Black Enough Tour because I'm mixed. But I couldn't get any. I didn't have any other. I had a Boss Hog was going to be on it, and then the whitest guy, pointing at Ryan Sim, and then
God, I'm cutting that out.
we're definitely We'll get off of YouTube for that, right?
Monetize for your titties, buddy.
Monetize them titties.
But yeah, so it's the Black It Up tour featuring Ryan Sim.
Yeah, it would have been. So the answer would be no. It's not Black. But I don't know. I still would have thought it would have been pretty great.
You actually had a.
Right later.
I think so. Yeah.
I wish that comedy was around because one of your bits, Justin, is fantastic, especially right now. It's about
Just one.
well, come on.
No, your only good bit.
Like we have to sift through 40 minutes, but his last 5, fucking great.
Tell me which one was great. Tell me.
It's about the stigma that you feel getting pulled over by the cops and how you're trying to invoke how to act to your daughter by getting pulled over by the cops, which has never been more relevant. But it's a brilliant bit that happened before, which means the experiences are universal, transferable, but it's great. And if but I feel like that bit, which was already good, would just hit harder and it would be funny and emotional. Kind of like watching a sex tape with my parents. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the one I watched, yeah, for sure. They went really hard.
Ryan's parents' sex tape would be called something to aspirate to. You know?
It's just how this got made up
dies
about
of
you.
barf in their fucking lungs.
You know, somebody right now is in a womb that was produced from an OnlyFans. So, like, literally, in the future, people are like, "That's the video that made me."
Yeah, it's the behind the scenes. It's the making of that person.
That's wild.
Really gross. But to answer your question, or I don't even know if it was a question, but a lot of my jokes, like I have basically like, if I can, I was trying to like organize my jokes for it, and I really went into like a few camps. I don't joke about much else, but basically my family and the fact that I'm mixed are like 2 big things that I talk about. And so I talk a lot about race, but a lot of it is transferable, but I have to do slight tweaks to it because a lot of it was me, you know, I'm in London and I'm going to Hamilton, and you know, if I go anywhere in Canada, it's going to be majority white, but it's especially majority white in certain small towns, in Paris or whatever, right? And so a lot of it is me explaining they've never heard of these things before, or at least like trying to get everybody on the same page. And I think racially, yes, I have to change, but I think a lot of people have to change any new jokes that they have, or they have to understand that everybody, for a lot of things now, are all on the same page. We've all done the exact same thing for almost half a year now. And, you know, the pandemic and Black Lives Matter and all these things that are, everybody is paying attention at the exact same time. Maybe it's easier, maybe because everybody's all working off the same playbook, but also it might be hard because, again, it's the same thing like when Trump got elected. I didn't do any jokes about Trump, and you know, a lot of people find it lame or in comedy communities because it's something that everybody knows. Like, there's 1,000 jokes made about the last thing he said before you even get to the open mic to do a joke. So it's like, why would you have anything? Why would you assume you have anything different? So there's bad things about all of this stuff that's happened. But yeah, I have to tweak some of my jokes to make it understandable that like everybody knows about like shit that can happen when you get pulled over by a cop now. So I don't have to really explain. And that's my thesis.
And I like that you said everyone was listening, whatever you were saying, but it was great. And Michael,
when you pay attention.
Michael has an interesting background. He's not mixed, but Michael channels a unique upbringing experience as well. Michael, you were raised by how many gay parents?
4.
Oh wow,
What?
that's wild.
Yeah, my parents were together until I was 8. My mom came out. My dad remarried another woman. They got divorced when I was 14, and my dad came out when I was about that. And
Holy shit!
Yeah, my mom's been with my stepmom since I was 10, and my dad's been with my stepdad, who's also named Mike, since I was 16.
Wow.
That's weird for him. I mean, it's weird for you, but it's definitely weird for him.
Yeah, you think? No, it's there's always the joke, the Mike Jr., Mike Sr. silly joke, even though
Mike.
yeah, that's it basically. It's a
Wow,
pylon
that's
of
amazing.
dicks and bombs. It's like human centipede, but everybody's having fun.
And you're old, so like when you were 10,
You're
that's
old.
Like,
Come on.
but when you were a kid, if I was 10, that's like the mid '90s or early '90s. Well, when were you 10?
So I was 10 in 1990.
Oh, right. Okay, so we're about the same age.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's not like nothing. That's like
No.
pre-Ellen. That's like.
But with my mom, it wasn't like a big deal for me because I don't know why. I think it's because I wasn't in puberty yet, and it was just like a
Right.
thing that happened. I'm glad mom's figuring it out because she was a bit of a maniac before that.
Uh-huh.
So we were just glad that she was getting help because she was recovering from drugs and alcohol, or alcohol in her case.
Right.
And so that was different. But and then with my dad coming out, I was 14, so I was going through puberty, and I was like, fuck, my symbol of like, that of sexuality
Right.
is just gone at that point. And it was before I like figured some stuff out about myself later on. But yeah, it was a lot harder. But it all kind of resolved itself, fairly quickly.
Right.
Like, because I don't know, I came from a very liberal, open family. Like my parents met at art school.
Oh,
They
wow.
were-
Okay.
They were hippies they were late hippies, I guess. Like I was a vegetarian until I was 5. We made yogurt in our home. Like there were all these ideas that people were trying out in the home, So it was a different kind of upbringing. But I went through, like the nuclear family that was kind of hippy dippy to, blended family with like different weird abusive stuff that happened at different points. But ultimately, at this point, we all get along. Like all of us, except for my youngest brother, who we just don't talk to anymore. You know what I mean? Like there's always something. There's always something over there. But like my 4 parents will get together for Christmases, birthdays, etc. We go on vacations as a whole. It's pretty awesome. We all went to Scotland last September. That was bananas.
That's
Wow.
sick. That's awesome.
Yeah, well, at least 3 of them. Hey, I want to know something very important that Justin brought up. Most people think of eras by unique historical events. World War II, the fall of Berlin Wall.
I just got here. I have to take 1 second. I will be right back.
Okay, no
You gotta
problem.
show it to us, though. All right.
Okay, so World War II, the fall of the Berlin Wall,
Of course.
Y2K, and you said, "Oh, you're not that old. You're like pre-Ellen."
Yeah.
That killed me.
Oh,
Is
one of my
is
favorite
that-
things is defining eras by things you don't like think about, and it's my favorite thing. I love doing. It's not even just it's not even just for that. Like for also superfluous things with like real eras.
Sorry, I'm going to stop you there. What does superfluous mean?
It's like extra and like not really needed, like a superfluous nipple.
Oh,
Remember Chandler had a third superfluous nipple?
no. I have to
Okay.
stop you here. I might be white,
Yeah, but you're not that way.
but I have never seen Friends or Ellen. I'm wondering.
You're lying.
I got my 50% is authentic.
It's like
man.
80.
Yeah.
That's right.
Ellen. I used to think of eras growing up as like, are you like a Power Rangers kid or a Pokemon kid?
Okay, but the reason I brought up Ellen was because he said his mom married another woman in that time and left and left his family. So I was like, oh, that's like it's pre-Ellen. Ellen didn't even come out. It wasn't like so before that, it's like the kind of dark ages.
Yeah.
Right. Alan made
people.
being a lesbian cool, you know what I mean? After that, it's like,
Or just out there, yeah.
If you like, because Mike and I are old enough, but if you remember the time when Ellen did come out, people think, oh, it was great, like she did one of the things, and she's a dick now or whatever. But when she did, when she did, she got fucked. She lost her job. She lost everything. It wasn't fun for her.
Okay, so I remember her sitcom. I don't remember her
That's
show.
what he's
So
talking about.
yeah.
That's what he's
Yeah,
talking
that's the sitcom she came out. She made the cover, so it was like this meteoric thing because she had a show and it was doing okay. Jeremy Piven was balding and he didn't get his hair back yet, but he was in that show.
Once again, another weird reference.
I know.
Is that because you're bald that you acknowledge his baldness?
I want him to respect his own head, you know.
Dude, I feel like I got something to reveal here.
All right. Oh.
Oh shit.
Oh,
God, my friend.
oh, Visco Logic, love it.
Yeah, I get to hide still because I got lots in the front still.
Oh, you got thick in the front, man. That's good.
Yeah, it's just that back spot.
Stop talking dirty.
Ew, thick at the front? Most disgusting. Just on me, I'm sorry. I'm blessed that I have a daughter and I don't have to look at that.
Oh God.
It's
Okay, so
gross.
I think the point of this story was you have both of you have very interesting upbringings from blended families, and it was very nice to hear those stories. Back to you, Sab Powers.
That was really good.
We got 5 minutes left, so if there's anything exciting.
No. It said you the host is upgraded to unlimited time, so you keep going.
Shit!
Bro.
How did I
Yeah,
upgrade? I didn't pay for shit.
Don't worry, just keep going.
Don't say that on the podcast.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Yeah, that's the offensive thing.
Yeah. I'm clutching my.
I was out for the baby dicks, but a free user?
You're
Cancel.
gonna watch the views just drop down. This motherfucker didn't pay for it. I'll turn this off. I'm looking for premium Zoom.
I gotta plug my mic in then. 1 sec.
Yep, plug your mic in. I got 5 more minutes left.
What's the benefit of going premium on a porn site? What are the benefits?
Okay, so as a person who has had premium for many years until I had to justify my credit card expenditures, you have to pick and choose the site you want. Sometimes you're just really into a certain genre. For me,
Did you actually subscribe for real?
I could tell you so many websites, and I'll tell you all
I
of
don't know
them.
if you guys know this, but Ryan has had a
That's
really
wild.
interesting life. He really has.
Wow.
It's very convenient that they always just do it through a third party. So it's always just like such and such. So it's never like nastynympho.com. It's never that. I would know. It's always something.
Are you talking about on the bill of your credit card?
Yeah.
It'll say like
Vero
Entertainment Incorporated or something.
something. But the biggest scam you got to do when you get those sites, Mike, is I've done specific sites versus network sites versus sites that get the old DVDs.
There's so much stuff on Pornhub though. Like that's not sad. There's so much free stuff.
Yeah, but sometimes you like, a production company. For instance, you guys remember a guy named Brian Pumper?
No.
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 He's a bit of a goof, but he had a.
He's a bit of a goof.
He had a brand that I was like. He had Fatties, Rhymes, and Dimes. It was a good production. I was like, I like this. And he had DVDs, and on a DVD, you'd watch 6 scenes that were all what you looked for, because sometimes, I don't know about you, but I might have like 20 browsers open. I'm like, God, like, I don't even remember what I'm here for,
Yeah.
Sometimes in university, I thought sometimes me finding in a given night, I might spend more time finding the scene I want than researching what I was supposed to research. Now, I didn't do that in the library, but I'm just saying, like, I took care in, my time. Time is money, and money is.
But you spend money to spend the time.
He's the little goblin from World of Warcraft jerking off in the corner.
Leroy Jenkins.
Nice.
Okay, I have to poo, and I have to get ready for my other show. Are you guys going to be good without me? I'll miss you.
Yeah.
What? We
think
might as well
we'll
just
survive.
end it.
No, don't end it. I'll just go poo, come back then. Okay.
Can you
All
at
right,
least,
go poo, come back.
send a link to all the porn websites that you were talking about?
Is this
Yeah,
coming up?
Can we link these in the video?
I'll give you in a great site that no one's heard about. PORNTREX, porntrex.com. Blow your mind. But they take stuff down after 2 weeks, so it's like the new stuff on anything. So Porntrex, all HD. You never heard of it, and now you have. Please, I'm gonna edit the shit out of this episode.
I'm not. I'm posting it raw.
Tell your son you love him.
Oh man. Oh, today I went to play Yuck Yuck softball down at High Park, and the fucking sky exploded with.
I heard in Toronto it's pretty nuts.
Insane, man. Insane. I've never seen lightning like that. There was a tornado warning. Did you guys see the video of Milton with like 3 tornadoes touched down?
No, that's wild. Damn.
Yeah, check that out online. That's crazy. It looks insane.
Wow.
Mm.
We got stuck in a gazebo today. Just wasn't fun. Like a bunch of rain, but then gazebos aren't good to protect you from rain because there's no walls. So
Yeah.
if the rain's going directly down, but as soon as it does this,
well, I walked with Mike, Rita, and a whole bunch of people back because you can't drive into High Park anymore. Like right now, so you had to walk for 7 minutes to get to the baseball.
Oh my god!
And we're all just drenched. Like my shoes are fucking boats right now.
Who was pitching? Who's
I pitched.
Yeah.
But it was there was like, oh man, it was organized by Cedric Newman. Ben Bankus was there. Mike Rita. Yeah, tons and tons of people that you know.
That's cool.
Kenny Robinson, of course.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, Kenny brought his son. But we only got to play for like a third of an inning. I got 3 pitches in before it exploded.
Wait, you're in the middle. Oh my god, you were pitching right when it was happening.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was Kenny Robinson's son, bolts out of left field. He's just like, this is the sign. We need to get off the field right now.
That's awesome. My absolute highlight of last year, maybe the highlight of last year, was getting on the Nubian show. And I did so well, and he was like really excited. And then I went upstairs, and there was just a bowl of chicken wings, and so we started eating them. And he was like chatting with me, but we were mostly like silent eating chicken wings. I was like, "This is the best."
That's awesome.
I just did a set, and I was like eating chicken wings. And then he was like, "Yeah, we'll figure out a time for you to come back." And I was like, "Okay." And then COVID hit.
I'm sure he'll remember you afterwards anyway.
I hope so, yeah.
Yeah. That's fantastic, though, man. Don't you love those experiences? Those experiences, somebody told me recently, it was like Faisal Butt told me last year when I did the comic strip in West Edmonton Mall. I was really, really excited because it's like my first big club thing. And I was telling Faisal, and he's like, "Oh, that's so adorable. You'll only have a couple of those left." Those experiences that are just like, wow, the world is open.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I really like, but it's always precipitated by kind of a tear, because you're like, for it to feel that good, it has to be a chance that you're gonna fuck up real bad in front of like a lot of people, and you're like, okay, just like I could do it, but you get a little nervous, and then when everything goes well, it's like the highest of highs.
Oh, it's insane. Yeah, totally insane. That was a crazy week last year. Totally.
Brian left? I thought he was going to chill for a bit after he pooped. Fasting.
I think he still had some stuff going on.
He has to write a couple of things before his next show. I'm going to heckle him.
You guys down to just end it here?
Heckle him on his next show.
Pardon?
So is this next show like happening now on Zoom? Like in a?
Yeah, I think it's at 10.
Yeah. Workshop. It's the workshop. I run Mondays on that thing. It's 7 days a week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you should join the group.
Yo, what's the group?
It's called The Workshop. It's by Scott Porteous. It's basically you get assigned a topic, and you have to write 3 to 5 minutes on that topic, and then you get we all do that set You get group feedback live and at-home feedback live. So we read aloud the comments as well. And then,
Oh fuck, I'd love that.
And then you get to do 3 to 5 minutes of whatever you're working on afterwards too. So we do another round.
Wow. Okay.
It's like 2 hours, but it's really great. It really.
But you're
is.
like booked for a day, like for a particular day. I'm guessing.
Yeah, basically, you sign up, you message Scott, and he puts you on the list, and then he just goes sequentially. It's not biased at all.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Can you text me? Can you text me
I can
that
just
info?
invite you to the group, man, and on Facebook.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, invite me too. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the shit. It really is.
Start.
But why don't we should go heckle Ryan in 15 minutes?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Send
end
me the
this.
link and I'll come by.
Hey,
Yeah.
Sab, thanks for having me on, dude.
Yeah, thanks
Yeah.
for doing this, guys. Appreciate it.
This is great. I enjoyed it. And I like
I'll
your
see
artwork, man.
Thanks, man. Thanks. I'll see you guys at Ryan's show.
Okay.
All right.
Alright, peace.
Bye.
It's the Sad Power Podcast. What a mighty fine dude. When you listen, you'll have a blast, even if it gets so rude. It's the Sad Power Podcast. What a mighty fine show. It's the Sad Power Podcast. Sit back and let's go. It's the Sad Power Podcast.